The 1.4 live stream has concluded, and it is by far the best live stream we've had in P5X. There wasn't any yapping in the middle of it, thank God, but it is still an hour and 16 minutes long. So let me cover all the new news that we have nice and quickly for you. As always, if I do help you out, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video because it helps me out a ton. And let's get right into it. The first thing that they announced within this dev live stream is the early introduction of the Mindscape system. This is something that's coming to global about 5 months earlier than it did in CN versions of the game. And this is a huge W for global. Let me explain why. What the Mindscape system is it's a system that's unlocked at Wonder level 55 that allows you to improve the stats of your characters. But it works more like the Wonder schema system. You level up the modules within a circle to give stat boosts to your characters, like attack, HP, defense, you get the idea. And the way that you level these up is with Stardust shards, which are obtainable daily within the Velvet Room trials. Every single day that you log into the game, after this is active, you're able to claim Stardust shards from the Velvet Room trials, depending on how many stars you have progressed within the trials. The more stars that you've acquired, the more Stardust shards you'll get daily when you log in. These are going to be claimable through a button in the bottom left of the Velvet Room. Getting this early on global is a huge W, and it gives you even more reason to hurry up and progress through the Velvet trials as far as you can. The second thing they talked about being added during the live stream was the Trial of Thorns, and this is a boss battle type event. This event has 3 different level scalings, normal being level 20, hard being level 50, and nightmare being level 80. These are supposed to reference your wonder level. And from as far as I've heard, and as far as I understand, all of the important rewards are going to be claimable as long as you complete this at level 50. Because let's be honest, majority of players are not completing this at level 80. Not yet, at least. The modules you see on screen are actually modifiers for the battle, making it harder. And you can get more challenging battles by activating these. The rewards from this that we saw at the front was 1040 metajoules, 1600 joy medals, which for those of you who aren't super familiar with joy medals, those are the medals that we're using to obtain new wonder weapons in the exchange shop. So these are a very high value resource, and 2 platinum millicoins. Not bad rewards for an event at all. The next thing they mentioned was an update to the Metro of Desire, more specifically, a new route, which means 3 new bosses, new charm lists, and obviously with the new route is going to come new rewards. So for players like me who like the Metro of Desire, this is a huge win. This is going to be new permanent content that won't be going anywhere. This Metro is going to have different mechanics from the first route of the Metro. And of course, that's something to go more in depth about when it actually comes to the game. The next thing they announced is the fact that Phoebe is officially coming to the game, which we all knew already. But they also talked about her buffs and what exactly all of her buffs are. Yumi's skill 1 was changed to increase attack by 8.7% of Yumi's attack instead of 8% of Yumi's attack. Her skill 2 was changed to increase damage by 1% for every 230 of her attack instead of 250. Which is a buff. Even though the number is lower, it means that you reach this threshold faster, so that you end up increasing your damage by a higher percentage. And her skill 3 was changed in the same way, increase attribute damage by 1% for every 230 of your attack instead of every 250. But then they added an entirely new line. If 2 or more standard or better cocktails are spent, increase targeted allies critical damage for 2 turns. This wasn't a thing before. She didn't have a critical damage buffer. And honestly, it's really nice, especially because it says critical damage is increased by 20% at skill level 10. That's not a number to scoff at all. That's 20%. Do these buffs significantly put Yumi on the map? No, she's still just a character that you're pulling for if you either love her character or if you're a score hungry person in Guild Boss. But for the people who are going to be pulling this character, this is going to make her significantly more enjoyable to play by far. Her 5-star weapon was also changed to where when 2 cocktails are gained, the cooldown time reduction is guaranteed regardless of the weapon forge. This was originally only a feature of her Forge 6 weapon, her max forge weapon. And they changed it so even if you only have 1 copy of this weapon, you're now guaranteed the cooldown time reduction. Before, it was 55%. This makes her weapon significantly more desirable. But again, I don't think it changes much. The weapon's coming to standard in 6 months, so don't pull for it if you're not a whale or at least a spender, please. They then changed Yumi's awarenesses as well. Her A0 increased SP restoration to all allies from 6 SP to 8 SP. which is a small change, but a welcome one nonetheless. Her A1 was changed to where the following effect has been added. One cocktail will be upgraded when activating Tempting Build or Invigorating Blend. Her A2 is changed to where her party damage increased duration extended from 1 turn to 2 turns. And her A6 was changed to where the damage increase, according to the quality of cocktail spent when using skills, increased from 120 to 135, 100 to 120, and 50 to 75 respectively. All of these awareness changes are welcome. Obviously, don't wail on this character. You'll get these copies at some point no matter what. But these are all pretty nice buffs to both her awarenesses and her skills, making her much more desirable. With that, her romance is being added to the game. If that's something you would like to go for, you're going to have the option to romance Phoebe. And along with the romance of her synergy being added, they're adding Chord's synergy earlier. Ayaka's synergy will actually be getting added to the game in the next update before her banner comes out, which I actually prefer it this way. I think it's great to be able to learn the characters and get to meet the characters before their banner comes out. I think it makes you even more hyped to pull for them, if you know something about them beforehand. There's an update coming to the band club as well, which is very self-explanatory. I don't think you need a further explanation on this. And finally, the summer Makoto skin is coming to the game early on global. This is something that's just now releasing on the CN versions of the game, and we're getting it on global really early. Other than that, there was a screen where they started to show buffs for characters like Cattle and Riddle, and the entire chat was going crazy thinking that we were getting more Lufel buffs and more Riddle buffs. But as far as I'm concerned, now that I look at it and now that I actually step away from the stream, I do believe this is just referring to the buffs that they released with. So I don't think these are new buffs for these characters, as sad as it makes me to admit. And those are your changes to P5X Global from the 1.4 livestream. All in all, this is a huge W in my eyes, and it makes me really excited for the future of this game. Let me know what you think in the comments below, because I'm genuinely curious. And if I helped you out, consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help. That's going to be all from me. I'm out. Peace.